Okay. So I'll go through a quick emergency briefing, procedures briefing.
Okay.
So if when we're taking off, we have trouble while we're still on the runway and we haven't lifted off yet, I'm going to go power idle and brake, and we're gonna abort the takeoff. We'll exit the nearest taxiway.
Cool.
If after we've taken off, we have engine problems or anything goes wrong, but we still have room on the runway where we can land, I'm going to pull back to idle. Well, I'm gonna land again.
Yep.
I'm gonna come into land, and we'll.
You probably do have to pull idle, right?
Yeah, we'll want to slow down.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Good.
But we use the available runway to land and
awesome.
exit. If we've already taken off and we don't have room to land again on the same runway, and we're below 1,000 feet AGL, and something happens, we're gonna pick a spot about 15 degrees this way, 15 degrees this way. We're gonna find our best option and just focus on landing as safely as possible.
Awesome.
If we're above 1,000 feet AGL, we will we'll be able to double back and come back and land on the runway we took off on, or parallel to it.
Exactly. You could do that, and then here we got 2 runways. So if you really wanted to, you could be on a base for 17 too, if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That actually, yeah, that's
right, because we have 2 intersecting runways. So maybe you don't need to make a complete 180, and you just got to do a little base and land on the other one, whichever one's more practical at the time, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Probably the less turning, the better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's really hard. The briefing's really good. I'm just adding a little bit to it because realistically, in a perfect world, we're not going to get to say when the engine fails, right? We might be farther out. We might have already been on the downwind. We might, you know what I mean? But just using whatever at the time seems like the best option.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on. Go ahead and pull on up there, and we'll call it.
Let's do it. But great job, man. Really good.
Thanks.
I can tell you practice that.
Yeah. Trying to start getting all the nuts and bolts in place.
Yep. And you made it yeah. It's like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to read, I mean, if you get stuck, you can read the checklist because it's on the checklist, but it's better when it's like personalized, you know? Like it's your emergency brief, what you give. It might be a little different than mine. It might be a little different than others.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. We'll be staying in the pattern.
Staying in the pattern, all right.
Oh, look at that. We got a little bit of flaps in.
Oh, from playing with the...
playing with the volts.
Altimeter, yeah. Or the alternator. Right, cool.
Got it.
Executive Tower, Skyhawk 589er Romeo, holding short runway 31. I'd like to stay in the pattern today.
So it's 589er Romeo, Executive Tower, runway 31, clear for takeoff, make right traffic, squawk 0427.
Squawking 0427, clear takeoff runway 31, we'll make right traffic, 589er Romeo.
There you go. Awesome. Good job.
Check final.
Check this guy out.
Nobody coming that way. All right, I think we're good. See if I can remember how to fly.
I think you will. I hope so.
I hope so too. That'd be a real disappointment.
No, you're gonna be fine. It is windy today.
Yeah,
so, but we'll be okay. It's not gonna be as windy as that day that we did it. So.
Man, that was awesome. Awesome and terrifying. All right, feet on the floor.
Yep. Yep, a little windy.
That was different.
Yep. A little different. Like I said, we'll do a couple, and then if you're like, yeah, you know what, this is good, we'll keep going. And if you feel like, you know what, this is kind of not beneficial to me, I feel like it's a lot of work and you're stepping in a lot, we could always stop.
Okay.
Okay. There's no turbulence, and there is gust, so we just got to give the plane the right input, and we'll be fine. And on the airspeed, I want you to use this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy's a little more accurate. So the G5, the thing you're looking at right now, it has a thing called an air data computer. our normal steam gauges just use the pitot tube and the static port, and pretty much just checks the ram air pressure, the air that's coming from our relative wind, and then the static pressure produced by the static port, and that's how we get our airspeed, right? But the G5, the pitot tube and the static port report to the air data computer, and it does its calculations, and that's how we see it on here.
Okay.
So it has that extra step that makes it more accurate.
Okay.
Kind of like the airliners. The airliners have just a bunch of little mini computers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're computered out.
Yeah, like literally
Imagine.
to the point where like if you have an electrical failure, you lose everything.
Yeah.
Which is, you know.
Okay. Now we're gonna have a nice tailwind on the downwind.
Yep. You feel a little closer or a little far from the runway?
I'm a little close.
Okay. There you go.
Also go a little high.
Ooh. It's okay. We'll fix it here in a second.
Or I was a little touchy.
So it's 5899 Romeo, runway 31, cleared, touch and go.
Runway 31, clear touch and go. 5899 Romeo.
What's your airspeed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dang it.
You're okay. Let's pitch up a little bit. You don't have to turn immediately. Let's keep going that way. We can be on a longer final.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be okay. There you go.
A little rusty.
You're okay. Let's touch the, there you go. You can go 10. And I think this will help you out too. There you go. Good.
All right.
There you go. Just keep that turn coming.
Oh, I've gone way too many flaps. All right.
It's okay.
Keep the turn coming.
Yep. Until you see it. Because we were a little tight on it, so it's going to be a little tighter turn. We'll be okay. There it is. Good. So on the next one, we'll just be a little wider.
Okay.
And we'll, if we have to extend out a little bit, kind of like how we did, we will. That's totally fine.
Okay.
All right. And now we're going to land with 20 because of the wind, okay?
Okay.
So 20 is going to be your flap, so I'd put that in now.
My gosh. Okay.
It's okay.
I looked down at one point and it was like,
This one goes up really fast up too.
Yeah.
Runway 31, ready for South Party.
Cool.
let's see.
Mark 416 Charlie Alpha, executive tower, hold short, runway 31, landing Charlie.
Holding short, 416 Alpha.
Good. I like this glide path. It's really good. We're getting pushed a little bit. I like your crosswind correction. So it's coming from that way, so you got to aim a little bit to the right of that one. Pretty much aim at the one, and it'll keep you on that path that you want to be on. There you go.
Let's go.
Good. Oh, I'll help you. It's okay. Alright. We're going to fix this. You can plane it up, carb it in. Let's get on center line before we go full power.
Okay.
Now back over to the left. Cool. Good. Alright. We're going to fly the pattern a little better, and I'm going to give you some more inputs to work with this crosswind.
Okay.
There you go. Good. So what I want you to do, so the wind is coming from the right, right?
Uh-huh.
So the upwind tire is going to be
416 Charlie Alpha,
the one that where the
left-hand
wind's
south,
coming from. So
31,
this tire has to touch down first.
Okay.
Remember how we did it on our video, and I was like, oh, good, that one touched down first because the wind was coming from that way, right? Was it from that way? Might have been from the other way. I can't remember. But anyway, wherever the wind's coming from, that tire has to touch down first. Since we have a light crosswind, you're not going to have the pretty mains every single time. It's okay for this one to touch down first, and then that one.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Okay.
You feel okay?
Yeah, that makes good. That makes sense. And we'll use the, so we're using our roll to kind of, so we can keep our, and use the rudder to stay straight with the runway.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. First one's just getting back in the swing of things. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. And we're adding crosswind, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That does up the difficulty, I suppose.
Yep. Because it's not a direct crosswind, because you just needed a tiny bit off the number. Because there'll be days where you literally have to fly like that, like to keep straight. And if we were doing that, then I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
But, you know, kind of like the day when we flew that.
Yeah, that was extreme.
I liked your flare though. Your flare was really good. We were just off center line a little bit, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're pretty far left by the time we
But when we touched down.
touched down. Start bringing it around.
Cool. That was one.
Yeah, this is a better distance.
Yeah, this looks a lot better. Yep, and I like it too. Like if you don't need to give full power to get the climb out of it, don't use full power, right? Just use a little bit less, right? That's what it feels like it's going to be like today. It's not going to be the full RPMs the whole way through. It's just going to be just for the takeoff, really.
Yeah. Keep out.
Good. I like it. Cool. That brings
Maybe
it
going down.
There you go.
Still high.
Yep. Good.
No
Good,
problem.
Good. Yeah. I like the adjustments. I like them a lot.
All right, let's go ahead and make our turn. He hasn't cleared us.
Yep.
India. South departure VFR. Holding short runway 31. Ready for departure.
That's 5899 Romeo, runway 31, cleared touch and go.
3-1, clear touch and go, 5899 Romeo.
Arch 408 Charlie Alpha,
Ooh,
is
overshot.
ready?
There you go.
Arch 408 Charlie Alpha, holding short of 31, ready for departure VFR South.
Arch 408 Charlie
Ease
Alpha,
back into
executive
it.
tower, hold short, runway 31, landing traffic.
Hold short for traffic, 408 Charlie Alpha.
There you go. I like that. Just use a little rudder if you need it to.
Yeah.
Don't forget the rudders. There you go. This looks good, man.
Let's get over there.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So you know what you did there?
No.
Okay, I'll get your flaps, I'll tell you.
Thanks.
You pushed the nose down.
Oh, like when we were.
Yeah, yeah. If you would have just kept it in, I saw that you kind of like wanted to put it on the spot.
Yeah.
Remember, we don't tell the plane when to land. We just wait for the plane to run out of that air, all that lift, and it comes down on its own, okay?
Uh huh. So you're talking about when I came down and the nose was still kind of. Were we on the back wheels already? Or no?
No, we weren't.
Oh, okay.
So, like when you started your flare, everything was really.
Charlie Alpha, left turn south,
Oh.
runway 31, clear for takeoff.
I felt like we were about to balloon, and I kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep. And you were fine. I think if you would have just kept it in, the input, I think you would have been okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And with the crosswind here, just try your best not to push the nose down too much. You did fine. Like, it wasn't wrong. It wasn't horrible. But you know how we kind of slipped after that? Like, we kind of came over because that nose wheel came down too quick
Okay.
with our direction. Like, it just kind of pivoted.
And you're talking about after the back wheels were already down, or before that even happened?
Before the nose even touched down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so like you started your flare, and you're holding your flare great, and I was like, good, he's going to grease this. And then right before you touch down, right before the wheels were going to touch down, you let it down a little bit, and then I felt the nose hit. And when the nose hit, that's when we started drifting to the side.
Okay.
And on today, on a bumpier day, on a windier day, it's going to take us a little longer. Just kind of remember how long we floated on that last one when we had that super windy day?
Yeah.
That's how they're going to be today. You're going to float for a little while, and that's fine. Totally fine. Stay in ground effect longer just to make sure that you grease it.
Okay.
Not bad, though. That was way better than the first one.
Yeah, I think maybe I need to remember, like, hey, you don't have to land immediately, like you were saying.
Yeah,
Let the
there's no
plane-
rush. Yeah, let the plane, remember, you let the plane land. We're just kind of, like I say, keeping that plane from landing the whole way through, and then it ended up doing it on its own, right? We're just fighting the plane. It wants to come down.
Executive Tower, Archer 409 Charlie Alpha is at holding short runway 31, ready for departure to the southeast.
Arch 409 Charlie Alpha, Executive Tower, left turn southeast, approved, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Left turn
The good thing is tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day, dude, so if you're getting landings today on this wind, you're going to kill it tomorrow.
Awesome.
It's supposed to be like calm. Supposed to be, right?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully nothing's changed.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I woke up this morning and I was like, all right, it's going to be clear. And it wasn't, and the wind was crazy. I was like, my gosh.
5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 5. Yeah, like the whole day is going to be just incredible.
Huh.
I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Not that today is nice too. It's just, it is a lot going on. Oh, and another thing I was going to tell you, you get really good, aim to the left. You see, like, you find the spot, and then you just keep going closer, 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 closer. So keep left.
That target fixation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find something, when you get on that spot, you're like, okay, I like this distance, find something up ahead, and then just fly towards it.
Okay.
Yeah, like this distance looks solid right here.
I definitely, when you showed me the line, it's like, yeah, there's no denying that.
Yep. And that's Lancaster.
5899 Romeo, runway 31, cleared, touch and go.
31, clear touch and go, 58909 Romeo.
So just every single time, just fly straight out. You see how wider you are on this one?
That's Lancaster out there? Yeah.
Yeah, you see how it's like way better than, good. That way you don't have to force that steep of a turn on the, yep, exactly. You got it.
Makes sense.
I was going to tell you, I was like, I'm going to tell him on the next one. There you go. This looks a lot better.
Okay, let's go ahead and drop.
There you go. Level off here for a moment. Look at the runway. All right, you can keep it coming. Sorry, I thought you were farther. You probably got a better angle at that runway than I do, so.
We got a little more room to play with this time for sure.
Yeah. There you go. We got here a little early today, or on this one. Yeah.
Which is more comfortable than, going too far out.
Yep.
Well, get it down a little bit.
There you go. Good.
Yeah, we're high.
Doing good, man. Doing really good. Somebody hasn't flown in 2 weeks. I think you were on the sim, is what I think. At home.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I've done a little chair flying, mostly getting procedural stuff, and then some studying for.
Good.
Trying to get that. Like things like if someone handed me a plane and says, "Is this plane airworthy?" Like what would.
Yes.
How would I determine that? Just from scratch and that sort of thing.
There you go. It's okay.
Let's see here. We got it.
There you go.
Did I send the nose down?
You're fine. There it is, man. Good job. Just like that. Carp it in. Stop. Let's get back to center before you full power it. There you go. Good. Good job, dude.
Thanks. That was more solid.
Yeah, that was perfect. I'm okay with that one. A little slower. You feel how like we're going a little fast?
Yeah,
So if you could slow ourselves down, I think it would help you if you're on a longer final today. just to like gauge your altitude, so we're not dumping because you're like, oh, I'm high. When you're on final,
and then I'm getting a lot of speed.
exactly,
Yeah.
to get back down.
Okay.
So put yourself on a little longer final, and then everything else is going to be perfect.
Okay.
But good landing, dude. Really good landing.
Cool. Yeah.
I like how you kept it up, how you didn't force
Yeah.
it down.
I felt the impulse, and I was like, oh wait, don't do that.
Exactly, and it shouldn't feel like a whole, like, you know what I mean?
City Tower, Archer 450.
Just like that. Good job.
Cool.
It's very few times when I say something and you do it on the next one. Like, not you, but like anybody does it. You did it on the next one, so great job.
I'm trying.
Yeah, no, good.
Runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Left turn, runway 31, Archer 450, Charlie Alpha.
So on this one, a little wider on the way out and a little longer on final.
Okay.
And then everything else, your flare is looking awesome today, dude.
Cool.
Grill this into your memory. This is how I want it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow we're going to have a call day and you're going to be like, what am I doing wrong? Like, you know, it sucks.
There's less crosswind. Don't.
There's less wind. That's how it was for me, for my private.
Yeah.
I would fly only in this because I was doing it in the summer. And when it's hot, you get thermals, you get a bunch of stuff, temperature inversions. It just gets really gross out here when it's like humid and hot. And I was just used to like, oh yeah, it's 20, okay, whatever. And then we'd go fly, you know, like we'd just be flying. And I learned to land that way. And then I got up here to Dallas. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, it's calm, like, and I didn't know how to fly. I was just like, I'm so used to like the worst. I don't even know how to do when it's good because everything changes. But that's the whole pilot thing,
Yeah.
compensating for weather.
Yeah. There's so many variables you have to learn to adjust for and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're doing good, man.
Thanks. I'm gonna try to fly a straighter downwind this time, or parallel to the
Yeah. Keep that distance. I could roughly see Lancaster over there. Yeah, this is looking good, dude. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Pick up tower for 583 Charlie Alpha, hold short only 31.
I think the thing is too is the wind's
Pushing you that way.
that way a little bit. Yeah.
So you got to aim a little bit to the left, right?
583 Charlie Alpha,
Yeah.
executive tower, left turn southeast approved, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Plus turn southeast 331, clear for takeoff, 583 Charlie Alpha.
Good on that. Should get my altitude up a little bit.
Good. Yeah, and Lancaster was in front of you the whole time. Good job. I'm pretty sure that's Lancaster. We're that close. Yep. Crazy.
Repeat. Power back.
Oh, wait, that's not even Lancaster. I don't know what that is.
That's 5899 Romeo, runway 31, cleared, touch and go.
31, clear touch and go, 5899 Romeo.
I think a little longer.
Yeah. There you go.
And
Good.
I think I gotta pull more power out when I get to the.
Yep. Remember, so like on days like today, that's why I tell you guys, there's no, when we do power off, power on, like there's no right or wrong RPM setting. You figure it out on the go. Whatever's giving you what you want. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Okay, and we'll level off. Okay, get my sights on it. Okay.
Good. There you go, dude. This looks really solid. Do this. This is the way I want you to fly the pattern, okay?
Okay.
Very nice.
He likes to give me my clearance right as I'm about to get configured.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah, you give it to you over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that plane taking off?
Yep. He is drifting.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at how stable this looks. Right? We got
Yeah.
plenty of time to make adjustments, and you can hold that airspeed.
Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't have. little firm.
It's okay. Alright. There we go. I'm helping you fix it. Just giving it a little slight right rudder to get us back on center line. There you go. Cool.
Yeah, I was very focused on this kind of gusting at the end there, I guess, and I...
It's okay. Go on the next one. Everything else was good.
Had a nice approach.
Yeah, really good approach, really good pattern. We're at 4.
Okay.
Have we talked about that as far as inspections, documents?
We haven't talked in depth about it at all. Well, maybe we touched on it, but I don't think we talked much about it now.
Okay.
I mean, we went over tomato flames and arrow.
And
so I guess we
AVAs?
did. We went over
Okay.
some of the acronyms
Okay,
and
cool.
stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember like on your day 1, like when we first started.
Yeah, that seems to maybe right. Yeah.
Have we talked about VFR minimums?
Yes, some we have.
Okay.
I need to study on that quite a bit
Okay.
more, but a lot of that stuff that I learned for the written, and I've got to just brush up on and
Yep.
review and stuff. For sure.
What I'm thinking is we do a couple more, we're at 4, and then we do a little bit of ground.
Okay.
Just a tiny bit. If you're up for it, or unless you want to keep going, I'm cool with going if you want to go all the way to 12.
I mean,
However you're feeling.
yeah, I mean, I'm loving the practice, but honestly, honest assessment on whether you feel it's productive. So
We're doing good. I just don't want to, if we're, I felt that what you're talking about, the wind there at the very end.
yeah,
And if you get another one of those, we're probably just going to have to go around. And if
Okay.
it gets to the point where we're having to go around a lot, it's probably not beneficial.
yeah,
So we'll do this one and see how it feels. If it feels okay, we'll continue.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, because we're at 4 already. This will be 5.
I mean, the good thing is there's plenty to ground to
Exactly.
cover too. So
It doesn't have to be a lot, but we could just see where we're at in regards to that. Like what you feel, or what I feel you might need help on.
yeah, that sounds good.
Because then again, only because we also have the full day tomorrow. I don't want to do ground tomorrow because I know the day's actually going to be beautiful.
Yeah,
And we can actually, you know what I mean?
yeah,
We could spend the whole day, like tomorrow we're going to do power on, power off, slow flight, maybe some foggles, and then our pattern work. We'll do like the whole shebang.
Okay.
Looking good, man. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That is not Lancaster. It just looks like a empty lot kind of thing.
yeah.
But it's a good mark.
That's 5899 Romeo, runway 31, cleared touch and go.
3-1, clear touch and go, 5899 Romeo.
Yeah, it kind of works out good for you because you only fly weekends, right?
Yeah,
For the most part.
yeah, for the most part.
So, I'll tell you here in the next, we'll run the upwind. So you can focus.
Okay. I felt low, but now I'm not feeling that way.
Make some adjustments. You got it.
Yep.
Now we got a long runway, so remember, worst case scenario, you just touch down a little further out. I think we floated it like maybe 300-400 feet on that on the really windy day. We started our flare like probably at the 1,000 footers and it just kept
Going, yeah.
Okay, runner. There you go. Look at that. Good. Look at how straight you are right here.
Well. Whoa, dang. Like it dropped out there.
Yeah. Just
Maybe
maybe a little
speed.
bit of, yeah, just a touch of power to help get you there. But it was still a good landing.
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
worked out.
Yeah.
But I need to watch that speed, yeah.
Yep. Take a peek out there, take a peek in here.
Okay.
I like the rudder though. I felt it on that one a lot. I had my foot on it just to see how what you were doing.
Yeah, trying to get.
There you go. Good. I think we could do a couple more
Okay.
if you feel okay with it.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, that was good. Just there at the very end, we lost our airspeed, right?
Yep.
Because you were using your rudder and you were using a little, you were keeping it neutral a little bit to the left, compensating for it. So kind of like in a slip. And when we're in a slip, we will come down hard if we don't have enough juice. So
Yeah.
just make sure you give yourself maybe a touch more power. You'll have been fine.
Okay.
Everything else was good.
I was going to ask you last, not this lane, the one before, I felt like I was coming in low and I put power in pretty close, pretty far in. Is that a mistake? I mean, generally speaking, to put in power like when you're, you know.
When you're coming in?
Yeah, like
low,
when you're pretty close.
Well, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, you could balloon.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I.
That would be kind of a thing, yeah. Anytime you're kind of like on short final, you want to be making minor adjustments unless you're going around. If you're going around, then you're totally fine with full power going, ballooning up, right?
Uh-huh.
But on short final, it should just be minor. Maybe like 100 out, 100 in, 100 out, 100 in. Because if you do like significant, like if you do 200, 300, you're going to see yourself just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
The idea is to be in a position where you're in a constant descent, and if you're a little high, you just pull a little bit out, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't want to be making massive drops, because then your airspeed's going to build like how you said, right? Like, I'm on final, I had to push the nose down to get down, and then when you flared, we just landed pretty quick, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Managing your airspeed and then managing your glide path. But I do like, you were pretty much on center line there. It's just, we ran out of juice, right? So the plane didn't want to fly anymore. No, what I was going to say is I got a little promotion, so I'll be under Charles. I got like a check airman, like assistant chief position or something
cool.
here. And because of that, I'll be in charge on the weekends. So they're making me take a day off during the week
Oh, okay.
and be here every weekend from now on. So it works perfect for you that you're only weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
That's awesome, dude.
The only cool thing is that like I get to do the solo eval, like how I'm sending you to Charles. I'll be doing them for other.
Okay. Yeah, you can't do your own. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Charles will still do my students, but I'll be able to do like fins or, you know, on the weekends. I'll be doing those.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that gives me a little, Charles gets to create his own schedule, so I'm going to ask to do the same. So that way my schedule's not all messed up. Or y'all's schedules are not all messed up.
Yeah, I got on there this weekend, and I was like, or like Saturday or Friday maybe, and I said, hey, I'm free Monday on the schedule. You know,
Yeah.
and I just was like, you know, if there's something great, if not, you know, it is what it is.
Tower 102, Papa Lima.
I couldn't believe I actually got a.
Oh, 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing. She shouldn't have put you at 5.
Runway 31,
I-
clear
oh,
for takeoff.
Was that? Oh, that's
Runway
clear.
31, clear for takeoff.
I think it's
Clear
5 on
course,
Wednesday. I think
102, Papa Lima.
Let's see.
I think tomorrow maybe. I may be wrong.
Oh, you're right. No, you got an early slot. Good. Yeah, 9:30.
Yeah, just kind of. I mean, I'm glad, but it just kind of surprised me, honestly.
Oh, you have a 5 on Wednesday. That's the one.
5899 Romeo, traffic takes the runway Zamuni, runway 31, cleared, touch and go.
3-1, clear touch and go. 5899 Romeo.
Oh, that's good, dude, because the weather's going to be really good tomorrow and Monday. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of stoked. I was like, man.
I didn't even see you there on Wednesday. I thought Monday was the one, but you got a Wednesday one too.
Yeah.
That one works for you, the Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep. That's like the after hours one.
Yeah, that one we'll do the night landings then. The ones that we were planning on
Okay.
doing that other week.
Perfect.
Number 6 here. I like the path. I like this better. You're a little lower than you were last time. Good. You don't have to adjust your airspeed now, right? We're just a little fast. Help yourself slow yourself down a little bit. by pitching up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's gonna make it climb too.
There you go. Good. This looks good right here. About 80 or so. Descending. You're about 200 AGL, which is perfect.
Winnie 102 Papa Lima, contact regional park traffic today.
2 Papa Lima.
So here you already feel yourself getting a little lower, right? Just
Yeah.
add a little touch of power.
Gotcha.
There you go. You got over the hump. And we got all the runway, so no rush. There it is, man. Holy shit. That was the best one you've done, dude.
Was that
That was perfect.
Was that a 3-point touchdown though?
It was a 3-point
Yeah.
touchdown, but it was soft because you didn't have enough speed to like make you slam on it. Dude, with the conditions that we got today, that's really
Yeah.
good.
I felt good about that one. I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, go back and watch that. You should feel better than. I'll give you a pat on the back here in a second.
I was showing my wife one of the videos, and I forgot what one of the landings or something. To give me a fist bump or something. She's like, "You got a fist bump from Ricky?" I was like, "Yeah, man." That means I did
that was a good one. No, that was really good, dude. Yeah, we touched down. We did land a little flat. We landed on all 3. That's fine. But remember, today with the crosswind, it's gonna happen, right? Like we're dealing with. You're giving the inputs in to keep you afloat. Like, yeah, could you have extended it a little bit outer? But we also run the risk of floating at that point, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to land flat and fast, because then you get the bounce effect from it. Right there, you felt like how we didn't bounce at all.
Yeah.
That means you had the right input in. You had the right back pressure in.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
That was 6. Good job, dude. I'm really happy with that one. Do it again. Let's see if you can do it again.
I bet I can.
Yeah, I bet you can too. Yeah, everybody looks at me crazy yesterday too. I was in the plane that's not as with a student that was not as far as long as you, and the winds were like way worse than this. And she was greasing them. And before we went to go fly, everybody's like, "He's gonna come back. Like, it's too bad. Like, I wouldn't take my students up in this and this and that." And then we were out here like just greasing landings and stuff. And then we got back. I was so proud of her.
That's awesome.
She did really good. And now here you are doing the same. But it's like, how do they expect you? How does anybody expect you to get better at doing this without doing it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, that's part of it. It's like how do you bootstrap up, in difficulty?
Exactly.
You got to find that sweet spot, just hard enough or whatever. But yeah, eventually you got to be doing the real thing. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And God forbid, on a day that you go solo with Texas weather, it's beautiful out, and then when you come back in, it's like this, and you've never done it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? You're just going to be circling around the airport and waiting for the wind to die down.
Yeah.
And hope you have enough gas.
Yeah.
Because that has happened.
Really?
Not here, but I've seen videos of people like, I can't land in these weather minimums.
Oh man.
And it's just like, well, that's on your instructor for not exposing you.
Yeah.
I pushed the envelope a little bit, but I only pushed the envelope as far as this is comfortable for me. I feel pretty good landing in this crosswind. Well, you've seen.
99 Romeo, runway 31, clear touch and go.
3-1, clear touch and go, 589 Romeo.
Man, I wish you'd shorten it to 9 or 9er.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 or 9er is the hardest part, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go car beat.
Good job, man. I think that also really helped you extending out the downwind before you turn in, too.
Yeah,
It's looking a lot better.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, all of a sudden we got consistency now. Right? The last 3 have all been like kind of in the same spot.
I want to have a Julia, no departure. 1 executive tower, clear for takeoff from the pad, northbound approved. Clear for takeoff.
Tower, can we get a wind check? I don't know if you heard me.
I heard you.
Yeah. I wonder if it transmitted. It's okay. I'll listen to the ATIS on the upwind. I do feel like the wind might be also dying down a little bit. I'll check the SOC. It's supposed to be getting better, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at 1.4. So It's getting better. I got a guy that I might be sending solo after this. I don't know yet. We'll see how he feels, how it looks. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Let's grease it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
touched down a little faster than I
A
said.
little faster. It was still a soft landing, but you felt like how the nose, that one, we could have flirted a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. It was good, and you're on center line.
Cool. Yeah, it caught me off guard. I thought I had more time to flare, and suddenly we were touching down. I was like, man.
Good work though, man. I'm really happy with these. I never know what I'm gonna get sometimes, because like the weather just changes so like drastically to the point where like it's kind of hard to get consistent practice.
Yeah.
Like if I could set the outside to like 5 knots every day, you know,
Yeah.
for learning, and then you know once you learn, I'll do this obviously, because I'd say you know how to land. For the past couple flights, I haven't touched the controls, so I feel like you're more than. I'm thinking I'm gonna change the one with Finn, and see if Charles is available to do the solo eval.
Okay.
Next Sunday, because we still got tomorrow, Monday, and Wednesday. So, are you available on Fridays?
Yeah, I mean, after 5,
After
or
5?
at 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And I can make it, I can always, if it's something like, I always have to take some time off work if it's something, in certain circumstances.
Right. We'll see how Monday goes, or tomorrow goes. Maybe I'll switch the one from Monday to that one. I don't know if that'll be too soon. We'll see. We'll play it by ear, but I do want to send you to Charles sooner than later. I feel like you're ready for that. I just got to make sure your stalls are good. So tonight, we'll debrief on the ground. I'll let you fly. You haven't flown with Charles yet, right?
No.
He's fun. I learned a lot from Charles. The reason why I fly the way I do is because of Charles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think Talal said that Charles doesn't like, if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't like people riding with their hand on the throttle.
Yeah, so on takeoff and landings, he's okay with you having your throttle, but once you're established on cruise, he doesn't want your hand on the throttle.
Okay.
Yeah. And me and Talal we and Talal think the same. We're like, I don't agree with that because just, you never know, and I feel like you do got to make adjustments on the throttle.
Yeah.
But like, let's say when we leave out of here and you climb up to 2,500 and you're just waiting, I agree with that. Hands off. You know, get it to 2,300, and then just leave it there. Yeah, Charles has his certain things. Like, we just found out yesterday, me and Charles are the only ones that tell everybody to switch over to tower when you're doing your run-up. No
Really?
other instructor is doing that.
Huh.
And I did a solo eval for another instructor student, and he was like, no, Charles told me that I don't have to switch to tower. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we went in there, and the student was with me, and I was like, hey, Charles, you don't want them switching to tower when the run-up? What happens when, like, tower's looking for you and they can't find you? He was like, I never said that. They have to be on.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, sorry, buddy. Like, but yeah. So now there's going to be a meeting where they tell everybody, like, make sure you're on freaking tower.
Yeah. But not early.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to get this one.
Approved, October 3036. Just 99 Romeo, runway 31, cleared touch and go, wind 360 at 15, gust 20.
31, clear touch and go, 5899 Romeo. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a whole thing like the sterile cockpit thing and like all that it's not just talking, but it's also like that's a critical phase of flight. Like I told you, like the taxiing, it's an important thing, right?
Yeah.
Here we don't have to deal with it because there's no jets, there's no nothing. But think about what the airliner is going through.
Yeah.
You know?
It really makes sense. Yeah. Well, and you saw what I did. You know, when I pulled out, I was like still putting my pin up and trying. You know, it's like
Yeah.
just avoiding anything like that.
Yep. Before you get moving, you
Yeah.
want to try and just have everything organized. That's called cockpit management, and that is also on the ACS. They will grill you for that. Like, let's say you put your checklist back there, and you're like, oh, climb checklist. You're like, no,
Reaching back.
you're gonna fail. Yeah, like
Yeah.
have everything readily accessible in an area. This will be number 8. Yeehaw.
Yep.
Add a little bit of power. Yep. Good. Good catch, dude. As soon as you saw that, good. All right.
There's that gust.
Yep.
Those gusts again.
Good.
All right, let's back it off. We got it. We got it. Did I? Man.
Okay. You're good. We were dealing with a lot of wind there at the end.
Man,
I like your corrections. Everything there is there, but you're right. You need a little bit more, and it touched down, and it didn't want to. You didn't have any more back pressure. You couldn't give it anymore, right?
Yeah, it was coming down.
There, it's kind of like you do got to give it a little bit of touch of power. That's something you'll learn. It's, you know. All right, dude, that was 8. Let's do one more. That way we have some time to debrief, tell you what the plan is for tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we can look at, I'll set some homework, and then tomorrow we'll do a short ground. I don't want to interfere too much with our flying. We'll squeeze in the ground when we can, but when you get a chance, let them know this won't be a full stop. I'm kind of okay with these. I feel like this is productive.
Okay.
9 landings, and you're barely at 1.1, so we're keeping your time low too.
Nice.
I think you're at 1.1. If not, it's 1.
Yeah, I feel like this has been productive too.
Yeah, because you're dealing with a crosswind all the way in. What I was scared of is that wind that we got there right now. That when you're stable, and then that wasn't you. That was just wind that pushed us. I was scared that was going to be happening all the way through. Luckily, we haven't really been getting it on a lot of them. That's why we were getting our nice, pretty landings. Like that is something that you can't control. You just got to know how to correct for it. And you did the right thing. You're like, oh, I'm going to add some power, push the nose down. You did everything right.
Yeah, it seems like it's one thing if that happens a couple 100 feet over the runway, but if you're like 50 feet over and that starts to happen,
exactly.
yeah, that's a lot less room for.
Or when you're flaring, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're literally holding the nose up and then you just get a gust over.
Oh yeah.
I could fix it, and I'll probably slam it, but you know what I mean. Here at this stage, we're not there yet. It's just, I don't think anybody really is at that point when it gets really ugly. So whenever you get a chance, just let them know this one will be a full stop. Now let's grease this last one.
All right.
Executive Tower 5899 Romeo, this one will be a full stop.
Search 5899 Romeo, roger. Runway 31, clear to land. Wind 36013, gust 23.
31, clear to land, 5899 Romeo.
What's weird is I don't know why they're using 3-1. If the winds are coming from 010, we should be landing 3-5 because that's only at 20 degrees off and it'll be a less of a crosswind. But
Exec Tower 1 about 4.5 miles.
Yeah, weird.
Let's come back for landing. Air 1, Executive Tower, proceed direct to pad, clear to land, remain west of runway 31.
I don't know this guy.
Clear to land.
yeah, this guy, I think he fills in, right? Like
Okay.
Wait, is today the 19th? No, it's not
don't
active
know.
yet. Yeah, my thing's not working at all.
Really?
Executive Tower, how do I hear?
And calling executive, 11-3.
Thank you, sir. I had a question about that NOTAM for Monday. Is that in place today already? Is 17 open? 1735?
It's open today, yes.
Roger that, thank you. Roger that, thank you. There's a NOTAM, the one that I told you about, that 1735 is going to be closed on Monday. I'm just wondering why he's putting us on 3-1.
Huh.
It's kind of not beneficial at all.
Yeah.
Because the winds are coming from 010, 20 degrees off from 35, but 3-1, it's 60 degrees off.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Making it harder on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You're dealing with, like, you know... It's 11 knot crosswind, what you're dealing with right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Not for you, man. Killing it. Did you let him know there was a full stop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He clears for it.
Okay, cool. I was more concerned about the runway, why he was messing us up on that.
Cut him some slack. He's a sub.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I probably should get lined up earlier, and so I have more time to kind of, you know what I mean, get my rudder and roll set up.
Yeah, you could.
Because I kind of... Okay. That wasn't what I wanted.
Okay. We're fine. I'm okay with today's. That was 9 landings, dude. I'm totally okay with that.
Okay. Cool. I mean, I don't feel like that was awful or anything.
No,
I
no,
just
me neither.
was
That's what I'm saying.
wanting to
Like,
grease it.
I thought you were saying. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I've had a few like that where it's like,
Romeo, you turn right on runway 35 and then Alpha 5 Alpha Texport.
Right on 35, Alpha 5, Alpha depart. 8909 Romeo.
There you go.
yeah, I mean, I can tell generally I feel like I have fewer, like, complete bombs,
Yeah.
but, you know, it's still...
No, with the, like, look at that, dude. Like, this sock is lined up with this runway, not that runway.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
No,
Like,
you're totally right.
like,
Look at that.
that's why I'm just kind of like, what is he doing? But, you know.
We should be like, wow, now that we're on...
can
God,
we do
this
such
wind is great. Yeah.
a...
Wow, I can't believe...
no, yeah, you wouldn't have been dealing with anything.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm concerned about, because if I can't send my student if he's going to have him land like this, but if he lands to the actual runway that's working, you know.
And that's for solo you're talking about?
Yeah, like I don't want him to go if he's not going to let him use 3.5. And he's good. He knows how to do crosswind landings too, just like you. It's just if it gets stronger now,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah. Should we do the...
Yep, after landing
After here?
checklist. Yep.
Sometimes they're like trying to get us off of here.
Yeah, sometimes they get antsy.
Flaps up, of course. Yeah, I've had them. One time, I think it was when I was with the law, maybe they kind of said, hey, if you can move off, car feet off, trim for takeoff license required.
Yeah, I heard Bob yell at somebody, like, please move, please start moving. Like, he was like really upset. And I was just
Yeah.
like, dude, like, if you're making somebody rush through like their whole flows,
Yeah.
like, you do realize we're flying planes here. Like, you know, like, we're not,
Yeah, apply pressure, see what happens, you know?
Yeah.
That's not...
it was so like frustrating to hear when I was on frequency. I was just like, man, this sucks, dude. Like,
Yeah.
go a little to the right. Who's in 1-1? Oh, he's in a discovery flight. A little bit more.
Just a little more.
There you go. Good job, dude. I'm really happy with today's flight, considering I've been flying with you in 2 weeks. I did not know what I was going to get, but I'm happy with what I got.
Cool. Yeah, that first after the takeoff and one pass, I was like, okay, it's all sinking back into my head.
Yeah, it was only a 1.2, dude, so.
Okay.
Really good.
Where did I miss that?
It's on radios for after landing checklist.
Okay.
Radios, the first one, so you can switch it to VFR. There you go.
Thanks for pointing that out.
I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be my tasks. I'm gonna fix this guy.
Oh, okay.
The checklist for everybody.